Test, 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 Yeah. Test. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, Jason.
Hey, what's up, Dave? How are you?
I'm good. Sorry, a little echo there. Let me clear that up. Can you still hear me okay?
Yep, I got you.
Awesome. The reason there's a little echo is actually one of the things I was gonna show you and just, run by you for the presentation, is I figured out how to get audio from this Teams meeting into Vector so
Oh,
that on the YouTube stream, the people watching who are not on the Teams meeting will hear all the conversation from Teams on YouTube. That was a
oh,
mouthful,
cool.
I know.
Okay. Oh, so there's going to be a Teams meeting that's happening?
Well, like we're talking right now is going to be a Teams meeting so that we can talk to you and
Oh, yeah,
whomever else is going to
yeah, that
be,
makes sense.
whoever the demo's for.
Yeah.
But Tim said he said there was going to be a lot of other people who wanted to watch this who would just watch a YouTube link.
Oh, cool. And then we can pipe our conversations through like program, basically, so they're watching.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Exactly. So, in fact, I wanted to do a quick test with you and just see if you see the same, or I should say, hear the same thing that I do. If you either on your phone or on your computer open up the YouTube link that I just put in the chat for this meeting, and if it helps, I can email it or text it to you if you want to do a different device.
Yeah, why don't you email it to me? I'll open it up on my phone, and then I'll just kind of make sure, because otherwise I wouldn't know.
Sure. Let's see. Your
Hearing it.
email. Yeah, I'm going to do this from my Gmail, not from my
Okay.
work account. So let me hang on with me. It's been one of those days.
Yeah, no problem.
JAS
Yes. Yeah.
Chan. Okay.
Jace Chan at VerizonMedia.com.
Jace Chan at VerizonMedia.com. On its way.
Okay. Usually
So I
takes
just
like a
want to,
couple minutes.
yeah, I just want to do a quick test of this because I haven't done this particular thing before, but I think it'll work. But I'd
Okay.
love to make sure that both of us are heard on this.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I might, actually, I might open it up on my iPad. So let me just play something that has audio. Okay. That is basketball. Let me go over to my email. How have you been?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good.
So this certainly sounds like we're in the home stretch here.
I certainly hope so. I thought we were in the home stretch after the last thing, and then I got
Well,
pulled on so many different projects. I kind of forgot about this, and then Brian. I mean, I apologize to you. I'm a little new to what we're doing here, but I think like Brian and I had a meeting last week, and we went over that list. So I think I'm in a good spot with that, but I'm still like a little bit in the dark with like what I'm trying to read between the lines of like what they really want. I mean, I think you and I are in the same position where we're just do what people tell us to do.
yeah.
But I don't really know like what the holdup is or what is going on, but I'm I'm here to, help out in any way I can. So
Cool. Well, thank you, and that is appreciated.
yeah.
Did that email make it through yet?
It didn't, but sometimes we have weird.
Let me make sure I didn't make a typo because I did it from my phone.
Oh, okay.
JAS Chan. Yep, I screwed it up.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm sorry. No, it's there.
Oh.
JAS Chan at VerizonMedia.com.
Yeah, that
Right?
should be it. Yeah, let me just.
And
Yeah,
it'll be from
JSChan at VerizonMedia.com.
Dave Lanton at gmail.com, not my work address.
Yeah. I'll keep refreshing. But for today, what's the kind of
So
10,000-foot level of like what
sure.
we're trying to accomplish?
So I had this long list of requirements that they want to see,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually this is interesting because I thought it's a little unclear to me who the demo is for.
Me too.
Because Tim made it sound like it was for you and I guess Brian and maybe some other TDs you work with, and it's sort of confirm that Vector will do all the things that are required for Verizon to produce this show. Now,
Okay.
are you a Verizon employee or are you
Mm-hmm.
freelance? Okay, so
Yeah,
you're
I'm
not
an employee.
ASG, you're Verizon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I know that we did the training and we got you on the air, with
Yep.
the previous test.
Yeah.
Is this the same show or is this something different now?
I think that this is something different. So I think that like what we all did was like the shows that I work on, and I work on like most of the Yahoo Sports stuff. So, and Brian does too. And we were like, okay, let's do a show that we are used to doing. So, we did that show. We proved that it could work. I mean, it did everything that we kind of wanted. And then I think now like the higher ups, like that, and they're like, oh, that's cool. But we do a finance show that is a little bit more complicated, that does some of this stuff, and then they want to like try to push. They just want to see what like some of the limits are.
Okay.
So I think that's where this is coming from. At least
Okay.
that's what I'm kind of reading between the
So,
lines. So like,
so do you know who's attending on Wednesday besides you and Brian on the
I think it's
Verizon
like,
side?
I mean, for you and me, like for us, like I think it's like you, me, and Brian, but then I think people are watching it, or at least like maybe we'll put it on tape, or I don't know. I would imagine someone's gonna join that link and then just watch and be like, oh, okay, here are the things I requested. I think it's
Okay.
some of like the finance people and like maybe some of the higher ups too.
Gotcha. Did that email
So
come yet?
it's weird. It hasn't. Do you want to
Oh,
email that to my Gmail? Like
sure. Yeah,
maybe
that's a
just
great idea.
Gmail the Gmail is better.
That'll probably arrive in about a quarter of a second.
Yeah.
What's your
Um,
Gmail?
it's Chan J .sf as in San Francisco
Hmm.
at gmail.com.
All right, let's try that.
Okay.
That should show up in instantly.
Yeah. Refreshing. Thinking about it. I have really fast internet too. I don't know.
Yeah, so do I. Unless I keep making typos, but
You did chanj.sf at gmail.com?
I think so. Let me go to my sent mail.
Let me email you.
chanj.sf at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Am I in your spam folder?
Oh, let's see. Yep, you are. There it
Ah,
is.
Gmail
Maybe
doesn't
that's where it
trust
went.
me. Maybe it's in the Verizon black hole.
Yeah, it's probably in the Verizon black hole. Okay, so let's see. YouTube link. I'll go here.
And if it works, you should hear you and me talking with maybe a 2 or 3 second delay.
Check, check, check. I'm hearing you on a delay. And then now we're going to get some feedback because it's going to come back in here.
But you definitely hear your voice and my voice.
Yep.
All right, so if you want, just go ahead and mute your iPad or lower the
Yeah.
volume or whatever, and you can see that not only can I feed you the interface, but I can also switch it to program, and it should take about 2 to 3 seconds, and
Oh,
then
yeah. That was instant.
cool. And then I can go back to the multi-viewer. So depending on what we want to see at any given moment, I can switch that back and forth.
Yeah.
So, okay, so now that that part is done, and that has nothing to do with on-air production, that's just how to make this demo watchable by these people in finance, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this laundry list from Tim that I guess
Yeah.
he got from conversations with Brian,
Mm-hmm.
and I also got, and you got it too, the sample graphics.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been playing with those this afternoon.
Oh, cool.
It arrived over the weekend, and I had meetings this morning, but I started playing with it this afternoon, and so I wanted to show you what I think they want to see, and I was hoping you could tell me if I'm going in the right direction or if this, or you could steer me properly.
Yeah.
So,
Well, so
um,
am I going to have access? Like, am I running this or are you running it?
I think
Or,
I'm running it.
oh, okay.
Do you want to run it?
I mean, if you set it up and it's like a couple things, yeah, I could run it. I mean, if you kind of show me, you know.
I guess it comes down to, Tim said I should run it.
Oh,
So
okay. Tim said you should
uh,
run it. Okay.
Tim said I should run it, but that I said I needed to talk to you, and that's why we're having our meeting today to go over exactly what people are expecting to see.
Yeah.
Maybe we do it as a collaboration. I mean, I can give you access and we can both actually control it at the same time if we want to. because my
Yeah, let's
demo
do that because
system.
that'll actually help me. So how about this? Let's plan on you running it, and then while you and I are going over stuff like today and whatever time we get before, then if it makes total sense for me to run it, I can run it, or you can keep running it. But at least I'll have it and I'll have access to it. Because I mean, I think
Sure.
eventually down the road, if someone was like, "Hey, we really like that 8 box that we saw in the demo,
Yeah.
Jason, can you build that?" Like I'm gonna have to know how to do all this. So.
Got it. Got it. All right. So let me show you what I've done so far.
Okay.
What I have here is, let's go back to here. Oh, am I sharing my screen? Are you seeing everything okay?
I mean,
No,
I'm seeing it on. Oh wait, hold on. I'm not even
you're seeing
looking
it
at
on the YouTube.
Teams. Yeah, I'm seeing it on the YouTube. But
All
do
right.
I get access to control this computer?
I can do that.
Oh, okay.
Do you have the nice DCV client? Do you know what? I don't remember. Do you guys use Teradici? At
We were using the PCIOP before.
Okay, so that's Teradici. Let me send you something here to download. Actually, I think I can do this in a browser. Hang on a second. This is actually pretty cool.
Oh, so
Uh,
Teradici, I can't connect to this using the same thing I did last time?
no, well, that's for your system, not
Oh,
for my demo system.
oh, gotcha.
And
Okay.
you may ultimately use Teradici at Verizon when this is yours.
Yeah, I got it.
But my demo system is running also on AWS, but instead of using Teradici, we're using a different company's product that does the exact same thing, but it
Oh,
has a few extra features which are nice for demos.
oh,
One of
cool.
which is you can actually have multiple people connected and controlling the same system at the same time,
Okay.
which you cannot do with Teradici.
Yeah.
And go ahead and click on that link that I just put in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
And if
It
you
says
open that
your
link,
connection is not private.
that's okay. Just click connect, continue anyway, or whatever.
It says back to safety or advanced. It is no like
Advanced. Yep. Click on
skip.
advanced.
Oh, proceed, unsafe. Okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
And it's okay. Okay. And the username is administrator. And the password is crazy. You're going to have to copy and paste it.
Okay, administrator, ADMINISTRATOR.
Correct.
Okay.
And I just put the password in the chat.
Whoa. Is this gonna? Should I write this down? Is this gonna be the same?
I'll give it to you again. You don't have to memorize this, or you can put it into a little notepad chat. Save yourself a little cheat sheet if you like. This IP address will not change, and the username and password will not change before Wednesday's demo.
Okay. Okay, hold on one sec. I'm almost there. Okay. All right, I am in, and am I able to mess stuff up? Yes, I am.
You
Okay,
sure
cool.
are. All right, so now that you can, please don't.
Yeah, I won't.
So let me show you what I've done so far.
Okay.
Based on the list and what they're expecting. So I have a couple of VizRT promo clips in DDR1.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I can get rid of that. I don't need that anymore. And on ME, oh, let me go back a step. On program one, I should say on input one, let's go back. On input one and input two, I have two fake green screen clips, like so. Okay.
Okay.
So these are not real cameras; they're just clips.
Recordings. Yeah, that's fine.
That I have playing back, but they have green and they key nicely. So on each of those, I applied chroma key, and you remember, you can do the whole color thing and then adjust the settings. So I've already done all that. These clips are not the highest quality, so we might see a little bit of jagged edges on them because they're clips, not real cameras. So actually, I can probably clean up her key a little bit.
Oh, let's see how you do that.
Oh, sure. So let's go in here, and what I'm going to do is on her background. Let's see, what's the best way to see this? I want to make it big.
Oh, gotcha. So yeah, you just chose a
I want to make it,
2-box look.
yep, I want to make it nice and big. And on this one, I want to overlay checkerboard.
Oh yeah, so you can see the alpha.
This, yep. And on this one, I actually want to show the alpha.
Yeah, so yeah, it'll be black and
So I
white.
can see them
Perfect.
both. You'll notice that I'm cropping the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's because in this clip, there's a little desk,
Oh yeah.
and it didn't line up with what I was putting. I was putting her on a desk,
Yeah.
so I just cropped it like so.
Yeah,
And I
that
did the
makes
same
sense.
thing for this guy. You see his hands are on a desk, but I had to
Yeah.
cut off his fingers.
Yep.
But again, this is just for demo purposes. So if we look at this edge here that you can
Mm-hmm.
see in preview, see if I adjust smoothness. You know what, that edge may just be because it's a crappy video.
Yeah.
Because when I key her, like ME6, ME5.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
That's
not
not that
the
bad.
best. It's not the best.
Yeah. So
Uh,
okay, so sorry, can you show me ME7?
yes,
I
I
just want to see
sure
how you
can.
built that.
Oh, and you know what? I know why it looks so crummy. I'll show you why. This is actually, let's start with ME5.
Okay.
Okay. ME5 is the two people sitting at a desk,
Yep.
but it's actually this.
Oh yeah, okay, that's right. Okay, yeah, I think that's what they wanted to see, the fly-in.
Yeah. So this is the wide shot,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the two shot. Oh, and let me go ahead and play this clip. And so I have a monitor in here that's actually playing video
Oh, cool.
from the DDR.
Yeah, so that could be
Okay.
like a logo with animation or anything
Exactly. It
you
could be
wanted.
anything you
Cool.
want it to be.
Yeah, perfect.
And then ME6 and ME7 are exactly the same as ME5, except I zoomed in a
Wait,
lot.
sorry, I was thinking about how are you getting that video in there? Is that
Oh, okay. So let's look at ME5. All right. And what I'm doing is I'm not using any of the keyers. Notice over here, none of the keyers are in play on
yeah.
ME5, okay? I'm using A, B, and C rows, and by using this icon on the side here, this lets you resize it. So A and B are the two talent, and C is that video.
Oh, so it's just plopped on top.
Yep, it's just plopped on top of a blank black box.
How does that stay there though?
That's the magic. So, because I'm
Oh,
not
apply with comp.
well, no, because I'm not using the keyers.
Right.
Like if I was doing this in the keyers, they would be fixed in place.
Yeah.
But when I do a 4-row ME, and just to remind you, the way that you make an ME look like this is you choose an effect, but instead of it being like a wipe pattern, you pick the number 4, and that puts it into this 4-row non.
Where do you pick the number 4?
It's
Like
one of
swap
the
out number 6.
sure. In one of these virtual sets. There we go, default.
Oh,
You
wow.
can make it a 2-row, a 3-row, or a 4-row.
Okay.
So I happen to be using only 3 of them. The 4th row has nothing in it, so
Yeah.
I could have used that.
But you wanted to give yourself like, oh, maybe we'll add something else.
Right. And
okay.
So I'll just go ahead and I gotta. Oh yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. It's zoomed all the way out. So this is my first question. I just got the sample media today, essentially, because it came on Sunday night. Do you know if I can use what I've already built on Friday, or if I should use the one of
two
these that they sent me?
I mean, I'm just looking at the ones he sent you. Like, I think Brian just grabbed like an example. So let me just, so you're talking about the file that says, like the girl with her arms crossed and a green.
Right. Now, obviously, I can't use that shot.
Right, because
the girl,
she's there. Yeah, oh, so like the red one with the
Yeah,
desk.
let me,
Yeah, no, this is fine.
so like,
Virtual set 2 that he has labeled, right?
yeah, like I could use this instead of what I'm using, but then the perspective of the monitor that I put in the desk would be the wrong. I'd have to stretch it, which
Oh
would
yeah,
be fine for a logo, but not so good for the live video I'm putting in.
yeah. No, I mean I think Brian was just finding an example online.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. So this is not actually your set.
no. Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Okay, then maybe I'll stick with what I have, which is this.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Now, the only problem is when I do the close-ups, because my clips are getting zoomed in like tremendously,
Yeah,
as
they get a
opposed to it
little
being a
weird.
live camera, they're getting a little soft. And
Yeah, I mean I think
I don't
that's
want to
okay
get the
too.
wrong impression. Okay, I just didn't
Now I
want to
don't
get the
know
wrong
how, I
impression.
don't know if Brian wants to make that call of like, no, we need live people in there, because like
Well, I
that
don't
I
have
don't know.
live people, so
Well, I mean, I don't know if he would like, he would want that. I mean, I hope not, but I don't know. That's the part I can't answer. Like, maybe. Let me write this down. Actually, I
okay.
should
I
ask
mean,
him.
it
So
is physically impossible for me to get live people in front of green screens for this demo.
yeah, but I mean, like,
Not
we
happening.
could we call someone?
Like who?
Like Brian actually has a green screen behind him at his house.
We would
I mean,
have to get.
if you tell me no, then that's fine.
I'm
I
gonna
just
say
need
no.
to. Okay.
I'm gonna say. Tim seemed to think this was fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine. But again,
Okay.
this is like the game of telephone that I've been
Yeah.
dragged
Yeah.
into. Like, I mean, if I'm making the decision and people have trusted me to make the decision, then I'm going to say this is fine. But also, people always overrule me.
I
So,
had told Tim that I had video clips of people on green screens, and he said that was totally fine. They just wanted to see that virtual set works.
yeah.
And that, for example, on ME5, you could do that on-camera move.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I missed that. I was writing a note. Hold on one second. Sure. Good, or do we need actual? Okay. So yeah, I think that what they wanted was so right here. So how that's perfect. Yeah, I mean, I think that's exactly what they wanted. But then I saw some note where she was like, I'd like to see a medium shot of a person behind a virtual desk, then virtually pull out to a wide shot, virtual camera fly left,
Oh, this is
wide,
all
and then,
news to me. You have
yeah,
a
this
note?
just got added July 14th. So like if you look at that Google Doc, I just noticed this today, but no one told me about this.
What Google Doc?
It's that list. Are you on that list?
Oh, I just have
That,
an email.
oh, like, yeah, this got updated after then. Oh, that's weird that you're not on it. Do you want me to add you on here?
Sure, that'd be great. Add my Gmail if it's a
Okay.
Google Doc.
What is it?
Dave Lanton, all one word, DAVE
Uh-huh.
LANTON at
Yep.
Gmail.
There you are, and send.
I will look over that. So let me show you what else I've done. I have this L bar
Mm-hmm.
and I have this topic bar.
Mm-hmm.
And so you tell me if you're cool with doing it this way. This is how it occurred to me to do it. So we have our feature called Program Reentry, where basically you can take either clean program or dirty program or preview or whatever, and make it a source on one of the MEs. So what I have done is I have taken whatever's in program and I have put it in ME8 on the last keyer. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, this is what's going to air, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So let me switch. Switch this to. So on the YouTube, you should be seeing program now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just angered my. This jumpiness is not in program. It's just the nice DCV. It's like the Teradici.
Hmm.
Let me see if I can. Okay, I'm going to disconnect and reconnect. It'll just take a second.
Okay.
Are you seeing the jumpiness on your view of things, or is it just me?
It's pretty clean for me.
Okay, then it's just me.
Yeah.
Stand by 1 second while I reconnect. Sorry about that.
Okay. That's okay. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom
Final-
real quick.
Oh, sure, sure.
Hey, Dave.
Hello. Okay, so, and let me turn on my YouTube and just. Okay, so are you seeing program right now, which is this shot of the two of them at the desk?
On my YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, so what I've done is I've taken whatever's in program, including keyers or whatever. Actually, let me back up a step. Let's talk about the keyers for a moment. This breaking news logo,
Mhm.
I have two versions of it. One with a black box around it and one that's 100% keyed. Do you know
Mhm.
which one they prefer, or does it not matter?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Let's use the one with the key.
Okay. So what I did is instead of it just fading in, I got a little silly and I made it do a horizontal wipe,
Okay.
or actually a vertical wipe. So it looks like this when it comes in,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool.
and then it goes out the same way, like so.
Okay. I mean, I think what they wanted to do was fly it. I think they wanted to try flying it in with a camera move. So like flying it in from the right.
And then have the camera move to the side.
Yeah.
Okay, we can totally do that. So
Okay.
let's, if I make this fly from
Left, right to left, or
right
wait.
to left,
Sorry.
let's see if
Yeah,
it's this
right to
one
left.
and I can reverse it. So let's reverse that by going.
Well, that's a wipe, right? So like I was thinking like a key, like a fly-in. So like it starts off screen and then comes.
Oh, okay. Well then, what's the best
I think
way?
that's a comp, right?
Yeah, yeah. So basically, I'll just make this a cut, and we'll leave it on, but I will position it
Yeah,
like so.
exactly.
Save that as comp one, and then
But instead, I think it would be like what you have in preview. So like just the girl talking, and then
yeah,
it would kind of fly over,
yeah,
and then she kind of scooches over a little bit. I mean, yeah, we could try that because you're already zoomed in on her, right? So you would have enough room to like scooch that over just a
exactly,
touch to kind of keep her center.
exactly. So first, let's get this comp saved.
Yeah,
That faster.
yeah.
Okay, and now we'll go to ME7, and we'll wrong way.
Whoa.
Too far?
No, yeah, no, yeah. Maybe just give her a little more headroom.
I meant, yeah, too far to the left, or
Let's bring it in and see. But yeah, that's close. I mean, that's pretty close.
Is that good enough?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Right. So
And then
then
do you
we'll
have her centered? Do you have to make another one
I
that?
will next. Yes.
Oh,
So we'll
gotcha.
put
Okay.
that there. So we've got
Oh, you got
this
that. Yeah,
and this, and
perfect.
now we'll make a macro to do both at the same time.
Yes. And do you have to attach the bring the breaking news logo in with the macro?
Yes. So the
Yeah.
macro will do 2 steps. And I actually do this in my regular demo. The
Mm,
exact same idea, except it says it's a VizRT logo over the
yeah,
shoulder.
that makes
So
sense.
we'll make a, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I just screwed up. That's all right. New macro, OTS on.
Yeah.
Okay. And so this will be ME7, do that, comp, do that, stop recording, edit, take out the delay,
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
and now we'll make another one, then we'll test them.
OTS off.
Yeah. OTS off, record, ME7, center her up, comp, back to normal, stop, edit, take out the delay, and so now we have this on OTS on. I could have fixed the timing a little. OTS off.
Yeah.
Do you think the timing's okay? Should we?
I think the come on timing. Could you slow down the camera move?
Yes, we can do that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. So yeah, maybe just. Oh, yeah, can you have it match? What was the exact numerical value of bringing
Let's
the?
good question. Let's look at that. That's in the comp. 1 second,
30.
30 frames. So
Oh yeah.
let's try the same.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that's 30 fields. I think it's half a second.
Oh
Yeah, that's
no.
that's not right. Is there
So I
enough
guess it would
measurement?
be.
Let's try 1 second.
I think it's more. Yeah, I think it's like.
2 seconds on the. We want the camera to go slower, right?
Yeah. So, but it was already at 4. So I think you want to like almost go to like 8.
Okay, let's try that.
Yeah, it's like it's thinking. I don't know, what is that referring to? I remember I had this issue too, and like once I realized what it was talking about, it made sense.
That little
So I
jump is
guess
just flip refreshing it.
yeah, that's
It's
close. I mean, let's go 6.
split the difference.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to this. This happens all the time with all kinds of.
This is what pre-pro's all about, right?
Yeah,
That looks pretty
yeah,
good.
that works. Yeah, that works. Cool.
And
Awesome.
should I say OTS cameras? We would
OTS
have to
with
make different
camera move.
macros for the other, for the guy on the other camera. With
No, I don't.
different.
I think we need to just do one. I mean, this.
Okay.
This was like, can we bring first they were like, oh, we just want to bring a OTS logo on. I'm like, yeah, for sure it can do that. I mean, I did that basically. You just bring something on, with a comp, like, like we did with the breaking news. I was like, well, what we can do is this, we could try the camera move with the logo coming on. They're like, oh, cool, I like that. So what you just did is totally fine for anything that has anything to do with OTS.
Okay. And obviously, this is just a proof of concept. If you're going to produce their actual show with the actual talent and the actual graphics, you'll spend an hour getting the timing just right. We're
For
just
sure.
trying to show that the tools exist.
Yeah.
To do what they
want. Yeah,
want.
and I'll remember how to do that. That's just it's a combo of like the camera move, and that has a comp, and then you have
It's exactly right. It's a combination of a comp and a pre-saved camera move.
I
And
remember
I had
you and
already,
I did that. I think we had like Tim's camera on there, and we were messing around with
yeah.
the camera moves, and you even said like, oh, this is how I would build an OTS like camera moves. I was like, oh, okay, I just want to see how that gets done.
So I'm glad we did that first, because I'm going to
Yeah.
go ahead and turn this on and show you what's next.
Okay.
So everything that's in program, what I've decided, and you can do it a different way, but this is just something that I've done and it works, is I'm taking whatever's in program, and on input 44, which is the last input on the switcher,
Yeah.
I am burning that input
Okay.
with a refeed of switcher program out.
Okay.
And that
So yeah, you just have program back in.
yes, it's a dirty feed, so that'll include this breaking news key, for example, or any lower thirds you put in.
Okay, so it's anything that we would see.
Exactly. Now you could, just so you're aware, you can do clean out, you can do non-effect program, non-effect preview, in other words, like a cuts feed,
Oh God.
or program out, which is what we're doing.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay.
So if you had like a ticker that was always on your program as like a last downstream key, and you didn't want that on this, you could just do that. Would be like
You could
the
take clean, exactly.
yeah, clean. Okay.
So the reason I did it this way is so I built a couple of comps on ME8.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and switch to a view where you can see ME8. Now remember, program is not going to show what you're about to see, but ME8 program, if you're looking at your monitor wall, will, which
Okay.
is I have a comp. Hold on one second. Sorry, I'm back. I have a comp here to do the
The squeeze.
the
Back.
squeeze, like so.
Cool. Okay.
Now the way
But
I
if you
did
put that in program, so like I think I'm with you, but you want to put that in program. So like, but
well,
but you want to see that move.
Technically, this is the output going to air, but instead of program going to air, ME8 is going to
Oh,
air.
I
ME8 is
see.
like my extra downstream keyer, if you will.
Oh, so ME8. So I'm on my YouTube feed. You're sending YouTube. You're sending that ME8.
ME8, not program,
Oh,
is on
okay.
your screen.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be able to squeeze down everything, including the keyers, in one fell swoop.
Oh.
So I'm taking anything that's in program and I'm scrunching it down in a single step by using ME8 as think of ME8 as the master control.
Yeah.
Because you know how typically a ticker or a squeeze back might be done in master control downstream of the control room.
Yeah.
I figured, okay, ME8 is going to be my master control, and I can cut cameras and do whatever I want to my heart's content, and it'll all get shrunken down to be the right size, and then I can undo it like so.
Yeah.
And now I'm back to, it's still ME8, but ME8's just passing through what's in program.
Yeah.
Now,
So like I'm just trying to think like how they would do. Yeah, because like we would do that. I've done that before for one of my shows, but I've only taken like camera 2, and then what I do is I just hard punch that key if I need to switch cameras.
hey, Jason, hang on 1 second. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Stop. To my car. Are you going with mom? Okay, here you go. Hey, sorry about that.
Hey, no worries. So like when I'm doing this kind of effect like in a show, what I do is because I'm in a studio, like I'll have like camera 2 is my desk shot. So I'll take camera 2 and then I'll squeeze that, back down. And then what I'll do is I'll say, key 2, I'll just like hard punch if I need to switch a camera.
Oh, so you do it in the downstream keyer as opposed to taking everything in program. So So you would do it like DSK1 would have your program source, like a camera,
Yeah,
and then you would have an effect. You would have a
I,
macro that
I would have
slowed
my,
down this,
exactly, and it would show
ease
the
it in.
background.
Okay, you could do that too.
Yeah,
Um, this was the way. I see what I love about Vector is having 8 MEs,
yeah, you
and I
could
know
burn an
I
ME.
can burn an ME for this purpose,
Exactly.
so that you could put anything in program. Like I can even do. Uh, let me find my Viz transition that I love so much.
Well, okay,
Um,
so the only thing with this though
yeah,
is that if you had a ticker and your ticker was like, your DSK, I mean, not in this case, it's breaking news, but like, we had, let's put our ticker on DSK3, right? So like a lot of our shows have like this ticker that kind of goes over everything and is just there for the whole show. Um,
I
how,
com-
so you would have to
so I
divvy
would
that
put the
up.
ticker in ME8 here,
Yeah,
not in
over
program.
ME8.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotcha. So that's the same thing. Yeah, because then it wouldn't shrink up with your regular yeah, okay, I got it. So yeah, your ticker goes ME8 and then that just comes on and off on ME8, which is your program out.
I need
And
to
that's like your
go.
last overlay. Okay. Okay, yeah, we could do it. I mean, we could do it this way for
And
this. I mean, that makes
ultimately,
sense.
when you do the show, you don't have to do it that way. That's just sort of how I was thinking about this and how to
Yeah,
build
no,
it.
that's slick actually. I might even steal that. Because that way,
Feel
because
free.
you know what I'm doing, right? I'm like hard punching keys. At least like this way you can still use preview and program to switch
Exactly.
your cameras because you're just switching
Exactly.
that show in that box.
Exactly. So it makes life a little easier.
It
You're
does.
not limited to not cutting. You don't have to hard cut in your
Yeah.
keyer. Now like I was saying, like let's do the
And guess
shrink
what?
down.
You can take a video and you could fade a video in. Like in my world, I have to hard punch a video in, or I have to use an
Right.
ME to switch between the two sources.
So like watch this. If I put this in preview, watch what I can do here. I can do a VizRT wipe
Yeah,
in
that's
that
just
little
in
shrunken
there.
box.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
for
yeah,
the vis
yeah. That's good. Okay. Well, how about this? Can you put a border on that? I mean, we'll run into this problem later, but
can you put a border on it? Well, let me show you one more thing first that I did. We have the L bar and the topic bar, and I just
okay.
and full. So right now we're full, but I can go to the L bar. And
Mm-hmm.
this was my question for you is he sent two versions of this, one where it's on the left without this on the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and one where it's this L.
So here, yeah, so this is perfect for this one. So you have
Okay.
just the topic bar on the left, right?
Well,
So
in this case here, take a look at down here at buffer 7. This is what he sent.
yeah.
But he sent another version of it. Let me here. I'll just load it in buffer 8 because I hadn't gotten that far yet.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
it's the topic bar.
Just on the left. Let me see. I have this on my computer.
Yeah, sent this
Yeah. So
where it
this
doesn't
is
have
where,
the little third of attachment. It's no longer. It's not an L.
yeah, they wanted to. Oh wait, is this the one where they wanted to like move it over but crop it while you're moving it?
So
Hold on, let me.
that was my question. Is this a shrunken image or is this just covering the left edge of the image? Because if it's just covering the left edge, easy peasy.
Scooch it over.
Exactly. Well, we'll just reveal the keyer right over the image like so. I would put this in DSK3. What did I say? Buffer 8. And let's go ahead and go back to full in program. Okay.
Oh, now I'm seeing some crazy stuttering.
On your web browser,
Yeah.
you may want to close it and restart. I don't know why it's acting up so badly.
Oh, that fixed it. Oh,
Okay.
now I'm seeing crazy stuttering.
Mm. Did you hit refresh or did you?
I haven't done anything.
Okay. Try. I don't use the browser link very often. I usually use the client. I'm not sure why it's doing that. It typically doesn't do that.
Okay, let me hit. Oh, you have to re-log in. Hold on.
Okay. Do you still have the username and password?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's clean now.
So what I was thinking about on this is very simple, is just cropping this
The red bar, and then using that as an overlay.
like so.
Yeah. I think that.
Is that what they want?
Let me read my notes.
So now it's just a simple key.
So topic bar, squeeze back with a sidebar. Okay, so that's a move that reveals the background layer. Oh, but crops and moves the talent to the side but keeps them centered. Okay, so for this one, the L bar you have perfect.
Okay.
But for this one, they wanted a topic bar, on either the left or the right. But the that would be the background, and then the talent would, when that reveal, that you're basically scooching the talent over.
Okay, so it's just like the breaking news one.
But I think you're cropping them. Why would you be cropping them? Oh yeah, you would be cropping them so they're not just.
So you want this to reveal, basically.
Yeah.
So we would do this as another comp where we do this. Horizontal position.
So you, so sorry, so you have.
Do that. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So you have, like the way that I would build it would be, the background is the topic bar, and you could keep like the whole screen there. I mean, I guess you could crop it if you wanted to, but basically you just adjust the guy.
The reason is because he sent it only as this. He didn't send this as with an alpha. If
Right,
this had an
right,
alpha,
right.
I wouldn't have had to do anything to it.
But what I'm saying is, like, you could move. But yeah, okay, so you can crop that to have it be black. But so the guy, the talent is on top, and then he moves over to the right, but he crops it so that he's centered over to the right while the move is happening. I think that's what.
So is it just like our breaking news, where we move the talent to the left?
Let's just do what I said. So it's the background is the topic bar, and then the full is the guy talking on top, and then let's move him to the right so it reveals the topic bar.
So yeah, I'm not sure how to. I feel like it's just like this breaking news thing where.
Oh wait, just do me a favor and do that. Then I'll point out the what we're trying to see if Vector can do, that I know that our Acuity can do.
Okay, gotcha. So say it again, and I'll do.
Okay, so the background is the topic bar, and then now just scooch him over to the right enough to reveal the topic bar. Oh, but wouldn't this be an ME where you just have topic bar as background?
Okay, I gotcha. Okay, so let's say I go to ME4.
Yeah.
And put buffer 8 in there.
Exactly.
And then
well, actually, so buffer 8 would be buffer 8 would be the background.
The guy.
That's on. No, the topic bar.
That is the topic bar.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be in B?
B in what?
So like the topic bar is the background. So that's on the first layer. So wouldn't that be on row B in your ME?
Not. I was gonna do it with a keyer, but
Gotcha. Yeah,
I
okay.
was going to put the
Yeah,
guy
yeah, that's exactly what I
in
meant.
the keyer,
Yeah. So,
and
so do you have like a 16? Because like I know that this is zoomed in. Do you have like just a regular kind of guy talking, like talking head MCU shot without it being like zoomed in?
yes. Is it okay
Okay,
if it's a different background?
for sure. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
stand by. I can load that up real fast.
Okay.
It'll be the same guy,
Yeah,
just on a
yeah, no
different
problem.
background.
Yeah.
Let me get that clip.
I mean that doesn't have to be green screened. I mean that, just a guy that's, I mean it could even be.
Yeah, and without the green screen, I mean, without the fact that I'm trying to do this on a virtual set that doesn't match anything, that will make life a little easier to explain. So let me go to input 3, and there he is. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, so this is just is that a green screen?
Yeah, why does that look so crappy? Hold on a second. Let's see what's going wrong here. Um, oh, I think I have keying turned on. I need to turn it off. That's why it looks so crappy. That's better.
Yeah, okay. So that's just him.
That's just him not zoomed in, not
Keyed.
being chroma keyed.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So we would put him, um
So going back to ME4,
yeah.
um, I would put him in the keyer, and I would put the buffer H
Buffer
topic
8.
bar.
Yeah.
I
And then
still feel
now,
like it should be the other way around.
well, wait, so what happens if you scooch him over now to
I can
reveal the
scooch.
topic?
I gotcha. So I could scooch keyer 1 like so.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're
But
not
so the
we're not
issue here,
cropping. We are literally moving his entire camera over.
well, what you're doing is you're cropping and moving at the same time. So like
So we still need a
it's a
virtual.
combo.
See, that's why I feel like it would be better to do this the same way
Camera
we
move.
do the breaking news, which is move the camera, key in the rundown instead of the other way around.
But can you do, because we're gonna have to solve this for the big little.
Okay,
Can you move and crop at the same time?
I suppose so, and then recall it as a comp.
Yeah.
So
So you see how he's like, I mean, this is not the best thing because that topic bar isn't that wide, but like basically you want to do a mixture of like cropping and moving that so that he's centered. So like figure out where, I mean, actually the topic bar, well, okay, it would be a slight move because you want to just move him over a little bit and then crop him so that he's centered in that move. Does that make
so
sense?
yes. So let's find our final position. Let's
Yeah.
move. First, we'll do this.
But see, now if you crop, you're going to have a blank space. You actually want to split the difference here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think you want a little more. Yeah, like where is he centered in? Yeah, exactly. And then uncrop that and then see if that matches up.
Problem is, there's no image here.
Well, no, you like scooch him, like center him, like uncrop and then center him like where the topic bar would be. So like just scooch him, yeah, right there. Back a little bit. Yeah. And then now crop just that one side. Yeah.
Okay, so if we
You see what I
save
mean?
that, I do. So if we
Okay.
save that as a comp,
Yeah. And then him full as a comp. That should work, right? You could. So I guess the
I
question
think
was,
so.
can you
Yeah.
crop and move at the same time,
Yeah, if it
and then
would
uncrop.
reset.
Yeah, just
We
reset
save that as
basically.
another comp.
Yeah,
Then we have, I'll make it
and then you
faster,
just change the speed.
like that.
Exactly.
And we can make it go faster. That's like a,
Yeah,
that's
let's
a
make it
half
go.
a
Let's
second.
make it go faster. Let's do 20. Whoop. Yeah, that works.
That works.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So that's good because we're gonna have this for this big little box that we're gonna create. Okay. Cool. Nice. Let me Okay.
And
Let me
by the
actually
way,
just
and
check these
not that
off.
I don't think you would ever do this, but with my method of doing this on ME8, if we were to do that, and then on ME8, do that. Oop, I had the wrong background.
Oh, you could put the topic bar in there in the L bar. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you could put the topic bar inside the L bar, you know,
Yeah.
not that you would, but
Yeah. But
because
yeah,
on
no,
certain
that's.
MEs,
But you could think like so. Say yeah, you could put like a. Yeah, I mean, I gotcha. Like if he somehow like revealed like his location or he had something over there that you wanted to also put in the L bar, it would go with him.
right,
I'm gonna see. That's a
like
really good idea.
that.
Yeah,
Now
and
it's
then you
starting
can
to
move
look
him
like
back.
Bloomberg, but
I mean, I think that's the direction we're going, so that's fine.
but yeah, you
And then,
could
oh yeah,
totally
and
do
then
that,
so then he moves. You could
and
move.
then
Yeah, or I mean, like, can you unreveal the keep it in the L bar,
oops,
but put him back over the rundown, if that makes sense. So like have him cover up the rundown
so
bar, but
have him
stay in
go
the L
full.
bar. Not full, but like yeah, I mean full in his
Oh. So
position.
yes, on ME4, remember this is I could change this box over here to ME8 so you can see what's actually on the air.
No, no, it's okay.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess for our show, we're gonna have to do that. But oh no, you would just put this in program.
So that's what's on the air. Okay.
Yeah,
So now on ME4,
yeah, you
we
just go back to there, and then he
do
scooches
that
over. Yeah,
like that.
yeah. I mean that would be. I mean, that's like an extra bonus. So that might be something to have in our back pocket
And you
that we're
can
like,
macro all of this. So you can have a
yeah,
little button panel that's like different combinations, and you figure out what you're actually going to use for air and only hit that button.
exactly. Okay, cool.
So
Let me.
you shared a document. I didn't actually look at it yet. The
Yeah, it was back to that. It was. It's basically everything that we're kind of going over now.
okay, well, cool. And I'll look it
But
over.
there is a note from Brian's boss in there, and that's why I bring this up, is because it
Okay.
says it's about the virtual set. So if we go to that virtual set, she said, I'd like to see a medium shot of a person behind the virtual desk, which we have, then virtually pull out to a wide shot, which you have. And then this is the one that I don't really understand. Virtual camera fly left wide and then right wide to show the virtual set, and then zoom back into a medium shot. I think that just means wide. I don't get like left and right wide. But you read that and tell me how you interpret that. And then she included a link to basically like a VizRT, but all the VizRT, all that's showing is basically what you created, I think. Let me just take a quick look at that.
Okay. We're
Oh, it's like if you wanted to reposition, which I'm sure you can do.
Where does it say?
So like, are you in the doc?
Yeah.
Like do you see all those like kind of notes on the right side where it's
Okay,
like,
sure.
yeah. So like they assigned to Aaron Bigelow, then Brian said, can you describe what kind of virtual camera are you or do you see that?
Yeah. So it's a
Okay.
link to the TriCaster 2-minute Tuesday video or something.
Yeah. But the thing, my question was where her response, it says, yes, I'd like to see a medium shot. Do you see that of a person behind a virtual desk? then virtually pull out.
I
It's
don't
right
see
above
that.
the link.
Oh, I have to click show all replies. It was hidden.
Oh, okay.
Now I see it. Now I see it.
Okay. So it says,
I'd
yes, I'd
a
like to
medium
see.
shot of a person behind a virtual desk, then virtually pull out to a wide shot. Virtual camera fly left wide and then right. So we're ME5.
And then zoom back to a medium shot. I don't know what that means. I think that just means pull wide and then back in, right?
See, here's the thing. This is the widest shot, so I can't zoom around on this virtual background unless I zoom in. So
Yeah.
like if I go to this,
Mm-hmm.
now I can zoom around.
Yeah. Maybe that's all that she's talking about, because that's all they do in the
You can't do that
in that
from
link.
the widest shot because there's nowhere to zoom to.
Right. There's nowhere to zoom to.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So I think as long as you have this like wide shot and then zoom in and then zoom back out. Oh, you're going. Oh, I see. You're going right in. Yeah. I mean, I think that's fine. I mean, it's showing that you can move around. And then how do you set these up? This is all like in your virtual set. It's all the pan and tilt.
oh, it's super duper simple. So I'm doing this on ME5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I just configure. I'm gonna right click either here or on the
Yeah.
button that says ME5 and click configure. And then you have, just like on any input, you can have virtual moves. And the cool thing about doing this on an ME, and this is why I was saying I don't use the keyers, I use the A, B, C, and D row positioners, because as you zoom in, they all scale. So it's repositioning
Yeah, I was
the
just gonna ask you
talent
about that.
camera, this live video, and the background, and it's rescaling them in perspective to each other automatically. It's
So you're not blowing it up by like a 200%.
well, not only that, I'm not manually adjusting the XY zoom position of 3 different sources or 4 different
Yeah.
sources manually. It's doing all the math and
Wow.
making this ME act like a camera.
And that's how your video screen is staying where it is.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay, so what is that called?
We call that trackless, meaning it's not like a virtual studio system where you have cameras with data that tell a computer to change the background. This is fixed cameras, so there's no tracking. So it's a trackless virtual studio. And this is included. It's free.
So, you know, that you're gonna have, like, that's cool. Like, you're gonna have to say that
it's funny, and it's a funny thing because
in the demo, because that's huge.
VizRT sells very fancy, very expensive virtual set technology.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't do what that can do, but it looks pretty darn cool, and it doesn't cost anything extra.
Exactly. So, we use like Brainstorm,
sure.
like
Same idea
for our virtual sets. But I think what they want is like, hey, you know, if we get caught, you know, the Brainstorm's doing like another show, and we want to do something that's like, you know, not on the Brainstorm, you know, VizRT crazy level, but like, you know, a step below, where we just have 2 people talking at a desk and like we just do a quick show. This is perfect for that.
Then there you
go.
I
think that's what they're looking for. I don't think they're looking to recreate, you know, Brainstorm and Unreal Engine, because like that's
now, would you ever use that into Vector? Because you can, if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, just as a source, right?
Exactly. You would have a source. And now, do you do the keying within the Brainstorm itself, or do you do the keying? Oh, so it's really simple.
Yeah, you just bring it in as a source.
Right.
Yeah,
that's like
nothing. And that's kind of what we're doing now. So yeah, I mean, eventually we could, if we needed to, we could do that. Like, just use that as, you know, input 1, and then put graphics and B-roll and stuff like over that, you know, in Vector.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Should I add a lower third or a live bug or anything else like that to put into, just to show that, you know, because there weren't any of those in the samples.
Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of did all those like in our other. I mean,
okay, so
obviously,
that's the easy stuff.
Yeah, like this machine obviously can do that.
Okay.
You
So
know,
there's
so
no need to
this is
go.
just like, yeah, like can it do these weird things that we, not weird, but can it do these kind
Weird.
of advanced things that we do? Um, okay, let me just look at my notes. So, okay, so I think that solves her problem. So vector generated set, cut out of a person at the desk, and no chroma. Oh, can you do a no chroma? Like say they don't have a green screen.
Um,
Or does it have to be a, because
what do you mean?
like, did these two sources of the two people that you have to key into your virtual set, do they have to be on a green screen? And what would it look like if they were not?
You mean like, do you mean put them on a blue screen or put them on no back or just a?
You know how some people are on these Zoom calls now and like you can key out the background?
Yeah, I don't think we do that. I think
Okay,
that's,
that's fine.
yeah, Teams meeting and Zoom's meeting, they do that, but it's not perfect and it's not, I mean, you can key any color. It doesn't have to
Right.
be green, but it
Yeah.
does have to be solid.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that, you know, if we're doing this on our switcher, we're only accepting a green screenshot to key into someone. So
Exactly. If you're
that's
talking about, replicating what you do on the Acuity, you would
yep,
never bring in something with like, somebody's desktop, or bookcase background and expect it to key out.
exactly. Yeah. They just wanted to ask. Okay. Camera move. We did that. So yeah, we can, for our demo, you'll just kind of come in. I mean, it doesn't have to be in this L bar, but you could do it full. You just, show the wide shot, put these two guys in. I mean, I think also for the demo, I think it's um, powerful that these are two separate green screen. So like, show them like, hey, we've got two separate feeds here.
Yep. And I'll
We've
even start
positioned
with
them
them
at the
with the
desk.
keys turned off,
Yeah, start at 0. Exactly.
and we'll turn the keyers on,
Yeah, I mean,
and I'll
that's way
show
more
them
powerful.
full. Oops, that's
Yeah,
this one and this one. And then
yeah,
we'll,
and then show the virtual set with nothing,
yep.
right? And then
Um,
put these guys on the green, and then key them out. Put the video in the
like that.
monitor. Yeah, exactly.
And then we'll go bing, bing, bing with the green turned on.
Yeah.
I mean, if I turn the keying back on,
I mean, even I think do that. Like that's cool. Like that's powerful.
and we put ME5 on the air,
Yeah.
and let me center that back up because it's annoying me that I left it like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So you just start at a wide shot here, and then just zoom
On
in,
air zoom.
and then you could zoom into each person. And then here's where if I were you, I would explain this like tracking thing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call it? Zoom
Trackless virtual set.
trackless virtual set. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and I think that's fine
And
for
so
that
yeah,
first
and
part.
if we go in here and I go like this, like first we'll put in our desk monitor with moving live video, and then we'll put in our first talent, put in our second talent.
Yeah.
I can even get them closer together. Their
No,
elbows could be touching.
yeah, I mean that's the thing with this key. You could put them anywhere, but
Yeah.
that looks fine to me.
Okay.
Okay, so that actually takes care of chroma key. Yes. Try virtual sets, virtual monitors over. Oh, okay, so that we finished this first part. Over the shoulder, that's just. Oh, I guess you could stay in here, right? And you could zoom into her and then show the breaking news thing.
You could, except that we built our macro using ME7.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
So I would put ME7 on the air, and first
Well,
we'll turn it off.
yeah, do you have her center? Yeah, so yeah, have
Yeah,
her centered to ME7, and then OTS on, and she moves over. OTS off, she moves back out, and then back to the wide shot of the virtual. And then this is where you could squeeze them back
Oh,
to,
we still got him in the wrong place. Let me fix that.
oh yeah.
That's just left over from when we were messing around before. Yeah, so basically ME5, 6, and 7 are your wide shot or two shot, and then your singles.
Okay.
And it's all, funny
I
thing.
think the more that I'm looking at this, I unless we have like, if I could do this all day, like tomorrow, but I don't know if we have that. Maybe I'll just kind of do what I'm doing now with you, like you press the buttons and I'll kind of say, here's what we're doing,
That would
here's,
be fantastic. I think
yeah,
that way you know what they want, and
exactly.
we both know how it's done, but I built it, so you and I
You
can
could
be
get to it
having this,
faster.
and you and I can be having this conversational. Yes, so I understand you want to do this. Here's how I would do that. And then you can add any context for the Verizon people about how this would be for, how yada yada gets on the air from his house, or, whatever background information is necessary for everyone to get the aha moment that this
Yeah,
does what they want.
yeah. Okay, yeah, here's what, let's step through, let's keep stepping through all this and then we'll
Sure.
figure out like what makes sense, like the
And then,
order.
sure, exactly.
Okay, so we've got our over the shoulder. I mean, that makes sense here. And then I'm going to skip this 8 box right now and the 2-3 because this actually makes sense for us to do our topic bar squeeze back with the sidebar and the L bar squeeze back.
Okay.
And that should be like the virtual set kind of tour. And then we can get into these 8 boxes.
And so now I can put him in program, or anything in program, or even
Yeah,
do a
a
transition.
wipe in there. Yeah.
Now, by the way, it was on the list in that email I got that's
Yeah,
not on this document about showing how to make custom
I talked to
graphics.
Brian about that because I was like, we did that in
Right?
our
We did,
demo
didn't we?
with like, we did 4 of them. And I'm like, tell whoever asked for that to go rewatch the demo. I think they thought because what we do is we have Expression run those for us. And I think maybe they thought that Expression was running those, but I was like, I specifically told them, I was like, no, I brought those in from graphics and worked with Dave and the other guy, I forgot his name, the graphics guy, and we brought them in. And I told Brian, I was like, look, we can spend like, you know, a couple hours bringing these in, but we already did this. Like, so, I
Well,
mean,
and
I know with enough time, I could figure that out again. So we can skip
if
that.
in 5 minutes flat, I could reteach you how to do it. But
Yeah,
the other important thing is that what I cannot do is live stream to YouTube while exiting live
yeah,
production to go into the animation creator.
exactly. That would take us,
So
yeah, that would
it
take us
will it
off.
will stop the demo for anybody watching on YouTube if we do that.
Brian said just use a vector transition. Like, do you have like just
I've
I
got
mean
this one.
that one right there is perfect. Yeah.
Yep, this is the one
That's
I use in my demo for this exact reason.
yeah, and that's even a custom thing that you got from After Effects, like a graphics guy, right?
Yes, although in our
Yeah.
case we designed it in Viz Artist because it's Viz,
Oh
but
yeah,
it's
true.
the exact same idea. It was handed to me as an image sequence with alpha
Yeah,
that I
the Targa
imported.
sequence with Targa, that's right.
Exactly, and it was like a Targa sequence or a PNG sequence, and I imported it. I gave it a name. I named it the Viz Wipe
Yeah.
and
And
loaded
what
it
I
into
did is
the.
I had a macro button that would fire off that transition and then also cut what was in preview underneath it at the cut point of when it goes full.
Oh well, I'm doing that, and that's
Oh, you are?
automatic.
Okay, yeah.
You don't see that's the cool. This is such a cool thing compared to every hardware switcher. So whether it's Acuity or Grass Valley or whatever, you normally have to make a macro that, first of all, this would go in one of your keyers. You would execute the key. You would execute the playback
Yeah,
of this from your still store,
yeah,
your animation store. At
yeah,
frame number 17, let's say, when it goes full, you would cut what's in preview, cut to program,
yeah.
and then it would uh, uh, reveal. All of those steps are built into the transition when you
Hmm.
use our animation creator.
Yeah, I
So
remember that.
I don't have to do any macros. I don't have to do
Right.
anything. Watch preview and program as I do this wipe. So instead of looking at program, look down here. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It switches there.
It actually does it on air in the right place, but the
Yeah,
buttons.
I
button.
had this issue too, but you could adjust that too if you needed to, right?
Well, yeah, ignore the buttons. It's doing
Yeah,
it correctly on the air,
yeah,
so it's
yeah.
gonna
It's switching
gonna
to the two
reveal
shot.
for the other
Yeah,
shot.
I
You know,
remember doing this for our demo, and I had to adjust it, which you do anytime, So,
right? But
and we
it's so
even had a sound effect attached
yes,
to
you can add a
that.
sound.
Yeah,
And notice I'm not tying up any of my 4 DSKs. I am
exactly.
not using my animation player. I'm not using a DDR. It's a very efficient use of resources doing it this way. And I
Hmm.
didn't have to build a macro. It's all automatic. It's
Yeah.
all built into the creation. Where is the cut frame? What is the
Yep.
sound effect, etc. No macro.
Yeah. I think I just built a keyboard shortcut for it, so I guess that would
Gotcha.
be considered a macro, even though it's just a one event macro.
Oh, I see. The macro just goes click.
Yeah, it just affect. And then I think what was interesting is I had different times for I had two different animations, so I changed one of my macros, like changed the duration of that macro. So it changed the speed of
Oh, okay.
of the
Okay.
animation. Yeah. But
Incidentally,
yeah, that was cool and that was straightforward, and I would be able to recreate that again. Okay, so let's.
this particular white pattern is 2 seconds and 24 frames, but I could double
Yeah,
that or change it manually, so I could make it go really slow.
yeah, and that's what I did. Yeah, and then so basically I had kind of a two that I ran, and then I changed the speed for each one built into the macro.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Um,
So,
okay, so the
for the
8 box.
a quick question first for the
Yeah,
YouTube. Do you think people are going to want to see the interface, or they're going to want to see program?
that's a good question. I can ask Brian that.
Okay,
Um,
because we can switch back and forth, but if the people who are watching this, they'll hear our voices. Like if you listen to the YouTube right now, you'll hear our conversation,
yeah,
and
I got
maybe
it.
they don't need to see the interface. Maybe they really only care about seeing what's in program, but I don't know. I don't know who the audience is really.
Yeah, I'll ask Brian. But that's an easy switch on your part, right? You
Yes,
just
it's
choose what goes out to ME, or
but I
sorry, what goes
also
out to stream
stream
one.
one instead of mix one. I give it mix 8, just because
Okay.
that's how I have it preset. And
And
now
both of
it
them
shows.
both of them carry this conversation in Teams.
Yes,
Okay, cool.
they will actually. Now that you mention it, now they will.
Oh, okay, cool.
I
Okay,
purposely
sorry.
leave
Let
the
me go to the
pause.
bathroom again. I
Sure,
just
sure, no
drank
problem.
a whole thing of tea, so I'll be
All
right
right,
back. Maybe
no
two
problem.
seconds. Hey, Dave.
Hey there.
Hey, actually, before we get into like the 8 boxes, while we're in this mode of like moving and animating boxes, can
Huh?
we address the flying boxes
Oh yeah,
part
sure.
and the big little?
Yes, I didn't build the big little yet, but I did do. Let me see. Where did I put it? Is it on ME1? Yes. So I built on ME1. Um, I don't have all my sources running right now, so let me just throw something in here. Let's put ME1 in program. And let's get rid of the topic bars. Let's see what we're doing. And DDR2, let me start this continuous loop. Okay, so here's our 4-box on ME1. I'm using all 4 keyers to do this, okay? And I have comps where I can make any one of them go full.
So here was my issue with this.
Yeah.
For our demo, we did exactly this.
Yes.
Like, I told Brian, I was like, are these people not watching the demo? Like, we did all of that. So we proved that that could work. So Brian walked me through something that they wanted to see, and
Okay.
you're gonna have to humor me because I started laughing at what he wanted me to show.
Okay.
What he wants me to show is you start off with a blank background. Again, don't ask yourself when you would ever do this. Just ask yourself, someone wanted to see if this could work. So you have your blank screen, and we could just do this with the 3-box. You have 2 boxes come from left to and right, and then you have the 3rd box come from the bottom, and they could all fly on at the same time, like with the same timing. And
so
then the tricky part, yeah.
Does it have to be black, or is my background?
Yeah, that background's fine. And then I know that they always want borders, so I know that they're always going to want to see just a thin white border for everything.
Okay. So you want to see the first box fly in?
Yeah, fly, and it could be. I mean, it could be a little bit. It's basically like if you put 2 boxes on the top, and then put your 3rd one in the middle on the bottom.
All right,
but you could probably center them up a little bit.
Let me clear everything, because
yeah, sorry you had to deal
okay.
But remember we did that for our show, and like that, I was like, that's how a real case, like I've done that for a show before. Like, you have 4 boxes, 1 box goes big, we had the other, like they stopped talking, that box went down, and then whoever
you want this one
talked
to fly
next,
in from the left or from the top?
Let's have this one fly in from the left, but let's adjust. Let's I mean, I guess that's okay.
Like
yeah.
That?
Yep, like
All
that.
Right,
and
let's
then
actually start at our final position. Let's
yeah, good call.
put everything in. And I gotta fix. I should line that up better.
You could just kill that 3rd box. Or sorry, 4th box.
That one?
In the bottom right, yeah.
I'll position this one.
And then center up the 3rd, yeah.
Like that. So in that case, I'll just change the source so that it's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then put borders on all of them.
Like that? Or different thickness, or?
That's fine.
Is that fine? I got curved edges.
Let's do hard edges.
Okay. What color?
White. White's good. I think we did curved edges for our show just to prove that we did. That was possible, but it might be good to mix it up and do hard edges this show.
Okay. So rectangle flat.
Yeah, rectangle.
Like that?
Is that hard? I can't tell. Yeah, that's perfect. Yep. And
right,
and you could just repeat that for all the other 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that's our final. So let's start with
So I'm gonna memorize
everything.
that.
Yeah, that's your 3 box.
I made it the first comp, but really that's where we end. Maybe I should.
Yeah.
Clear that. I guess this will be the 3rd recall. Will be this. This is our. Well,
that should be a 4th. Yeah, because you have 3. Yeah. Well, actually, it's gonna be your 5th because you have 0. You have plain. Well, I guess you could just pull the background up.
So let's move this one off the screen. A little more, please. Yeah. There we go. Move this one down.
Yep.
And move this one left.
Yep.
And that's our first comp.
Yep.
Then we'll bring this guy in.
Can you do this? Can you bring,
You want them both in at the same time?
yeah, bring them both in and then actually bring them all back at the same time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. I don't have to do anything.
Oh yeah, you just,
I already did
yeah,
it.
you start at,
So
yeah.
we'll start.
Wait, sorry, let me see that
We'll
again.
start here, and we'll go here.
Yeah, and then just make
Speed
that
that up.
faster. Yeah. Oh, wait, let me read this real quick. Hold on. 2 boxes flying from the side, 1 flies from the bottom, and then 2 fly back out while the bottom goes full. Okay, yeah. So, yep, that's perfect. So those come on, and then,
So let me just resave this as number 2, because if that's
yeah, because you can move that.
because we're not going to do them individually. So let's just keep them in order. So I've got this, followed by this.
Boom. And then 3rd goes full, but while that's going full, can the other 2 fly off?
Yes.
In the same way that they came in.
Yes. So we want this one off. We want this one off. And we want this one full. So
Yeah.
basically full.
Yeah, but without the right border. So I think what I did in my show was that I had to actually
You had to
increase
overzoom
it.
it. Yep.
Yeah, I had to overzoom. It was like 104. Is that still the case?
It is, and I just tried this yesterday, and I was like, I mean, on Friday, I was like pissed that it's still not. So
Okay,
104
talk to your
does the
guys.
job.
Yeah, 104 usually did it.
All right, and then this comp is here.
Yep. Boom, perfect. Yeah. Is there, you know how like we're seeing it ramp, we're seeing it slow down, so you're seeing those white borders?
I don't think we can adjust that. It's not linear. It's the what's
Yeah.
that fancy word for the curve?
Bezier.
That's the I never remember that word. But yeah, it's a Bezier curve, and I don't think it's adjustable.
Okay, and then the other thing I was thinking is there's no way to comp the to basically keyframe / comp / animate out the border, right?
Not
Because that would also solve this problem.
It would, and
like,
for some reason the border selection is not saved in the comp.
Right, it's either on or off. I remember
It's either
that.
on or off, and it's like I could turn it off.
Yeah, but then it would turn off and then move.
Right, and well, no, I mean I can't even toggle the white border with the comp. It's not a save, and I don't know why, and I feel like it might be a bug.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for today, this is.
Yeah.
I actually plan to raise that question because it surprised me that borders would not be a feature to be comped with like everything else is. So
yeah,
maybe it's just a little code oversight. But
it probably is. Yeah, they probably don't have too many animated boxes with borders going on. Maybe, I don't know. But if you feel like they would, or people would.
I know. That's why I'm like, I got to ask the question. We could make it go a little faster. Maybe that would help lessen the slowness at the end. Like if I change it to 20, let's just see if it's any more desirable.
It still does that.
It still does it, but
yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. That boom, done. All right, let's save that as the flying in boxes 3, whatever, however you want to call that.
Okay, and let me go ahead and save this. Let me clear out all of these.
I'm gonna reorder this. What happens if I reorder this dock? Does it mess things up?
I don't care. It's not my dock.
True.
I suppose we can do things in the order that makes
logical sense. You know what I'll do? I'll kind of recreate a doc and then I'll share that with you. And then I'm just going to copy and paste this stuff, and that'll be like our quote run of show, you know?
Yes.
Because I think now that I'm looking at this, what we'll do is we'll do all that stuff first, like in the virtual set with like the moving and the L bars and the squeeze backs, and then we'll do a box demo. So we'll have these boxes that fly in and out. We'll have a big little, and then we'll do our 8, and then the two perspective box after that, and then I think that's it.
What about? Okay, so you want to see the 8 box and stuff now?
Yeah, well, no, let's do this big little, because this is going to be
Okay.
I'm very familiar with this because they want to recreate a show that I work on.
Sure. What would you like to see?
Okay, so the end comp is basically no background, just black, 2 white borders. One is like a person. So the guy, what you have in key 1 there, no chroma key, just a guy talking head. He's going to be in the little box. So that'll be like a square box on the left side, and then the right side will be a 16:9 graphic. So if you have, do you have any kind of like that? That'll be like expression. But yeah, no background.
So you want black?
Yeah, black. Yep. And then move him, like center him up, but then you're gonna have to adjust his height based on your 16:9. So why don't you get the move him to the center left.
Over here?
Yeah. Oh wait, I forgot. I can have control of this, right? Well, actually,
Yeah, sure.
you're doing a good job. No, just move him down.
Okay.
This is fun being in this seat. I'm usually in your seat.
That's right. You get to direct. Okay.
I mean, I already know you can make him a touch bigger. Like, let's go 50 on Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah. And then let's take just a 16:9 with a white border. It can have moving video in it. I mean, in the show, it'll be a graphic, but moving video would work.
Yep. And where do you want? How big do you want?
So this would basically fill up the space. So it's just making this one bigger, the other one. But we want the top and the bottom to be the same. So like you can go a touch smaller so we see a little bit of the edge on the right side. Yeah.
Something like that?
How far do you have them? How far is it to the right there? Is it, that looks like it's a lot of space. Yeah, so right.
If
right
I put
there.
the blue background up, you'll be able to see the edge better.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. And then now we're gonna match him basically to that size.
Oh, so you want him like touching?
With a little space in between.
And do you want his top and bottom height to be the same as the 16:9?
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, so you'd have to
big little as in 4:3 and 16:9, not big little like big and little.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so in that case, let me get the zoom to be exactly the same, 60, and then I'll just crop it.
Oh, okay.
And let's get the X and, well, let's see, that would be the
Well,
Y.
we don't want to crop the big because that is going to be like a graphic element that's gonna fill the screen. We can crop him as much as
Oh yeah,
we
I just
want.
meant him.
Oh, okay.
So I can give him just a little smush on the side there, so you can see the edge of the border. And then what have I got? 17.
Gonna do the same on the right.
Yeah, 19 and 19. And now I'll just slide them over so they touch, right?
No, a little space in between. Like that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that good?
But then now we want to affect the space on the edges. So you could actually maybe scooch over the big and then scooch over the little so that the edge, the edge on the on the outside.
Just a little bit on the edges.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's our end. So now we want to see both of those full. So I guess you would have to go 104%. But then, so for him, you're gonna have to uncrop it while you, and that's what I was talking about.
That's
But
no
I think,
problem.
yeah, I
That
think
should
you
be
can,
fine.
yeah, you can
So
solve
that's our
that.
starting point. Or is our starting point,
Well, actually, our starting point is gonna be big. So like, let's create him big. So yeah, this'll be kind of in the middle.
okay,
Yeah,
now
because
you want him,
it'll be him big, back down to this, and then with the option of going, you know, either one big and down.
by the way, I just
Oh, the
adjusted
Z
the
priority,
Z
yeah, because you have to
priority.
go in front.
Yeah.
Oh, but this is gonna be, oh,
You'll
well,
get
let
to
me,
see you'll get to see what happens now. It's pretty
yeah.
cool. So we've got that, and we've got that.
So can you so this is my question, because what we do is when we have him go down, we have the big box come in. Oh yeah, you could do that. So just move. Oh, how would you do that?
What would you like
You'd
to
have
see happen?
when he goes down,
Hmm?
the big box with the video slides in.
Okay, so what I need to do here is
Move that, like turn him
exactly,
off
and
and then
I'll
move
just
that
turn
to the side. Yeah.
exactly. I'm gonna
Okay.
turn him off. Yeah, we're thinking, we're sharing a brain.
Yeah.
Now I'll turn him back on,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna resave this comp
With that off, even though you
with
can't
that,
see
and
it.
so now you get this.
That is perfect. Yep. And that's what I wasn't sure if this could do. Okay, perfect. Okay,
The
that's
answer is yes, we
fantastic.
can.
Awesome. Okay, and then now um, the same thing with the big box. So
Okay,
I
so
guess you would
now
have to do, yeah, you'd
first
have to
we'll
do,
fly him off to the left, right?
well, he would go, yeah, he would, yeah, you'd start here, fly him off, and then make the big box go 104 or whatever.
Okay, so we have this, we have this, we have this, and we have this.
That's perfect. That's our entire show.
That's fantastic.
And that, honestly, that is so much easier than building that.
And now we can do this, and we can do this.
All right, now you're just showing off.
Yeah, right, I am.
All right, cool. So we got big little. That solves that problem. That's going to be my show that I'm going to direct every quarter with
Cool.
VizRT. I'm going to suggest that I do that with this because like we're tying up
Sweet.
a control room to do those 3 moves for an hour-long show that happens every quarter. So I was like, my first thing was like, I want to do this show in Vector, like once we have it, and you know, like it's ridiculous to tie up a control room to do
For
those
2
three
boxes.
those 3 moves, and like look how fast you built this. Like I could, you know,
What
I
is this,
don't think I
10
could build it
minutes?
that fast.
And
Yeah,
mostly that was just us, getting the little fine tune of the lines and stuff.
yeah, exactly.
And now it's saved.
Perfect. Okay, so let me just go through my thing. So
So
L
would
bar
this be like
squeeze
a
lock.
PowerPoint and a person, basically?
Pretty much, yeah. We use expression, but so like what they do is they get the PowerPoint. Oh, well, actually, you know what they do to get it through the control room is they put the PowerPoint into expression.
You don't have to do
But
that anymore.
this could take a PowerPoint off of NDI, right?
That's exactly right.
Boom. Wow. So you could even well, so you have an expression op that basically advances the slides, and then you could have an op just control the PowerPoint, right, on
That's
that
right.
computer.
That's right.
Oh, or it could be me. They're probably gonna make that be me.
And you could have PowerPoint do transitions between the slides just like you would in a normal presentation if you
Yeah.
so choose.
Yeah, and that's what we do actually. And then, but you know, we always get caught into a lot of annoying things because a lot of the PowerPoints have these animated slides, and Expression can't do that. So you have to export out of PowerPoint a movie or a screen capture and then put that into
Ugh.
Expression. So this would cut all of
So
that out.
it sure will.
I'm gonna say that actually. So okay, let me just get this straight. So I'm not talking out of my ass. So if I say, okay, so for this big little, if we're doing it, we could have an NDI source computer run a PowerPoint, and that could be like at someone's house, or is that also an AWS in the cloud type thing?
I would suggest you do the PowerPoint in the cloud controlled by somebody anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it would just
Yeah.
be another instance in the cloud running NDI tools. It's low, it's lightweight, and you can operate it from any place, whether it be
Right.
home or the office.
Yeah. Okay. So we could have the op. Basically, it's just the guy advancing the slides.
Yep.
And then they just the PowerPoint's coming into Vector on an NDI source.
Yep.
Then that NDI source would be where that looping video is.
Yes. And you would just, instead of key 2 being DDR1, key 2 would be an input.
Right. NDI source PowerPoint.
Exactly. Yep. That's simple.
And then you know what? Like now that I'm thinking about that, like we have our team run that, but I could have the executive team run that.
Sure.
Because they're the person, they're in our control room basically saying, okay, advance the slide. But now guess what? You can have your own computer and then you can advance the slides.
Yep.
So people are going to like that. And the only thing that Expression does is it does very simple rudimentary lower thirds, but I could just do that in Vector. And I'll just, I'll have like those pre-made. And then, I mean, we kind of proved that, I think in our last show, I think we did a Vector lower third, but those are easy, right? I mean, you just,
oh yeah,
and all these do is they just fade on and fade off. And then I could just put a Stream Deck key, like, person A fade on, person A fade off, and that just gets sent to a DSK, right?
Exactly. So I'm looking for some. Oh, where are my? I can't find it. I was looking for like a simple lower third. I don't think it's on this system. It's on a different one.
We did it, but I mean, all these things, I mean, that's pretty standard, I'd imagine.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is.
Or I mean, also like they could just give me, I mean, we'd probably have our graphics team make it, and then they just give me 5, Photoshop files with alpha.
Exactly.
I assign those to a buffer that's able to key.
It could also be a PNG with alpha. It doesn't have to be Photoshop. It can be anything with alpha.
And then the macro would just say, okay, DSK4 gets buffer 2 and fades on, and then it could just DSK4 could load the next one in buffer 3 and it fades on and it fades off. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we did that actually. We did it a different way. We did it with a bug. So I just faded on and off a bug. Cool.
I have a BizRT logo that's keyed that I could put in like a bug if
that's
wanted.
It's fine. It's fine. All right, so that is big, little, flying in boxes. Okay, so let's get into these 8-box and then the 2-box perspective thing, which is a little bit weird, but I think I know what they're asking for.
Okay, so the 2-box perspective thing is essentially, if we were to go like this.
Let's use 2 that are the same.
Okay.
Oh, but I see. Yeah, you're on the right path. Yeah, you just had them look at each other.
Yeah, we'll use this, and I'll do the top 2 boxes, and we can always move them.
Yeah.
So
what is that? That's
this box and this box.
Rotation.
So it's going to be rotation.
I think it's Z.
It is.
Oh no.
I think it's going to be X. It's not X.
No, it's Y.
I have a hunch. It's going to be this one.
Yep.
I made that minus 35.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, let's use like a full, almost like a split 2-box, and then have them look at each other. Because I think I've seen I think I've seen that in a show that we do.
Say that again?
So like a lot bigger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, and then just you can't get your guys to put copy and paste attributes.
I know.
You gotta do that one. But yeah, I would just take a picture and then. Oh, and you could comp this.
Sure can.
Yep.
Oop. Um,
Well, could you comp the rotation? Not that you would, but
oh, totally.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. So let's say we go in here now, and although I do see one thing I have to fix with that here 3 fading out, I should have made it cut. So if we go here and make this back to 0, yeah, that means these are not really lined up properly to
Yeah,
start.
but
So we'll have to fix this.
yeah.
I would have to make them both a lot smaller to
Yeah,
either
that's
that
okay.
or
I
crop
don't
them
think they
to
wanted.
4 by. Should I
They
crop
just
them to
wanted
4
to
by 3?
see. They just
Then,
wanted to see if the two could look at each other. I don't like. They didn't ask for a comp, so.
all right. What if we well, let's crop this left and right. And then let's do that on this one too. That way they can be a little bit bigger for our little magic effect here. What did I say, 19? All right, we'll make this as big as it can go so that, yeah, now I need to see what I like. Something,
Oh, that's
like
pretty good.
I got pretty close, didn't I?
Yeah, that's pretty
It's off
close.
by a smidge.
That's fine.
Zoom 77.9, zoom 78. So we're gonna make them both 79 just to make a match. What did I say, 79?
79. Yep.
Okay. Hey, that, other than being shaded just a little too
Yeah,
far to the
scotch
left,
over.
just a scotch.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we'll take this one like
There you go.
that, and I'll give the other one a tiny nudge.
Can you keyboard arrow like by a tenth of a point?
You can, or you could type in the values too.
Yeah, I remember that.
Is that
What? Yeah, what I was doing is I was just taking a picture and then using my keyboard to figure out the next box.
Gotcha. So let's make this a comp. So I guess I'll
Yep.
get rid of this,
Yeah,
and I'll make this a comp.
and then
Now we'll go in
rotation
and give
Y.
Y of minus 35 on the left and positive 35 on the right.
Yep.
And should I move them closer to each other? Or
Yeah.
leave them where they are?
Move them.
Like that?
Yep.
Is that okay?
That's what they're looking for.
All right. And we're gonna make it do that. Go back and forth.
Cool. Two box looking at each other perspective. Cool. Yep.
That's all.
Check that off. All right. 8 box.
Okay.
Is that our grand finale? Wait, let me look.
Yeah.
Move that
anything
reveals
else on the list? Because I understand the 8 box is never going to be used. It's just they wanted to see how it could be done.
Yeah. What the other thing that these scorecards, I don't know what that meant, but like, let me look. So he said, what are some of the transitions to scorecards? Are there built-in templates for like over the shoulders full screens? And then are there any 3D specific options?
So maybe they're talking about the transition in a DSK. So for example, instead of cutting, we can do some of this crazy stuff like
Hmm.
See how it,
Mm-hmm.
and there's lots, and there's hundreds of these. So,
Right.
you could make it, do one of these circle thingies like this. Oops, that's the wrong button. Hold on, I hit the wrong button. Go away. This one.
So,
Okay, well that didn't do what I thought it was
because it
going to.
wasn't like full screen or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need like one of these, like there's a pinwheel that works
Yeah, I
nice.
see it.
It's you'd never do this, but
Yeah.
it shows that you can do all sorts of crazy crap.
That might be weird too, because that's just going to be on the outside of the pinwheel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I, I'm trying to remember like what this was. Preload effects transition scorecards built-in overlays. Let's see, like,
This one might work.
yeah.
It's like a door.
Oh, I think this was more related to like vector graphic, like vector like preloaded graphics. So like is there an example of like a scorecard or like a
Okay. Oh, you know what? Yes, and I think I have to import it from my other system. I don't see it here.
okay.
Um, oh, actually, maybe I have something in here. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Um,
Yeah, I see. Okay,
eh,
so yeah.
Look, I was looking for like a real. Um, hmm. If you want to wait a minute, I could boot up my Viz graphics and import as an NDI source, maybe something.
I mean
Is that
I think the
overkill?
question was like, does the vector have any? And if the answer is no, then that's fine too. Like,
Well,
is
anything you
does it
can do
have
in
any like?
Photoshop, you can do.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
like,
let's. Are these like this OTS example? Is this built in or is this added?
this is a Photoshop file.
Oh, okay. So this is like an added thing.
So, actually, this is not the one I thought it was. That's not the right one. Yeah, this is a toughie. If you guys have a Photoshop file, we can put it in,
Yeah.
but I
I
don't
mean
think we
that's
include.
how we would do it anyways, because we have a whole graphics department that has like pre-approved like brand.
Do you think you can get one or two samples of either Photoshop or PNG with alpha of your, um, you know, whatever it is they're looking for, and we can throw it in a buffer? Because it's really that simple.
Yeah, and I did that with a box. Like I had a box from graphics that had an alpha, and I used that. But I think they were just wondering is like they just wanted to see if they had any like internal templates.
So
But let me get more information on that. And
okay,
and again, like I know we could use like you know a one of our things, and that would come in, and that would be
see
fine.
here's what maybe they're getting at. If any of them have ever used the new tech TriCaster, and
That's
yes,
probably where this came from.
and this applies to us as well, the answer is yes. If you have a Photoshop file that has fields in it, like a lower third or, stuff like that,
hmm
the answer is yes. There would be an extra icon on here that has a little picture of the letter A where you
Mm,
could type in the text and save
hmm
it in the buffer and even be able to change what that text is without having to load it into an additional buffer. We have that feature. It's just I don't know if I have a sample graphic.
So you'd have to have like the fonts and all that loaded.
It would be part of the Photoshop file, all of that, and you
I
can
mean
have
the
multiple layers too. Like,
yeah.
let's say you have. Here's an example that I've seen: a single Photoshop file, but it had 3 layers. It had line 1, line 2, and a live bug in the upper left. And so you could choose to turn on or off the live bug, and you could choose to show or not show line 1 and line 2 of the lower third. So if you just wanted to put a story slug, you use line 1. But if
Yeah.
you wanted a story slug and a location, you'd use line 1 and line 2.
And you could choose that in vector.
Yes.
In the
It would you'd actually do that in the buffer itself.
I know we're getting ahead of ourselves, but could you also create a macro to do that?
Sure can. So you
Okay.
could type in like 10 different lower thirds for 10 different people, and
Yeah.
then recall with a macro every name.
Okay. I have a Photoshop file that I work on an edit every week.
If you want to
Hold on
throw
one
it in here, we can. Does it have fields in it, like template fields?
Yeah, it has
And that
it
should
has
work.
text fields. It's in. I just re-put it in the vector test elements. But do you want me to email this to you?
If you put it in the Google thingamajig, let me see if I can.
But let me just get my wording right. So there are no like real preloaded scorecards, but a pre-made Photoshop file, you could actually adjust different layers in vector.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's more practical. Like I don't know why we would depend on vector to use that. We would build them anyways. So.
Where did you put that? Just so I'm looking in the right.
It's in the same Google Drive. It's a date. The file's called 07/12/21 endcard.psd.
Okay, I must not be looking in the right place. I'm looking at the one that Brian sent.
Yeah, it's in that same folder. Just maybe refresh it and then search by last modified.
I don't see it. Maybe I don't have permission.
Oh.
I'm logged in as I think I'm in as Dave Lanton at Gmail, not dlanton@VizRT. You want to email it to me?
Oh, yeah, let me just email it to you. Yeah, it's easier. It's Dave. Oh, I got it. Yeah. Is it VizRT or Gmail?
Dave Lanton at Gmail would be the quickest.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Dave Lanton at gmail.com. And then PSD, and I'll attach this. I'll give you edit so you can download it.
Okay.
And sent. That'll probably take a couple of seconds because it's coming from my work email. I probably should have just done it from my personal Gmail. Okay, but I think that kind of solves that thing. Okay, playback while
just arrived.
Oh, okay, that's fast.
I'll add it to my Google Drive. No, that's not what I want. I'm going to download it. And sorry, stand by with me 1 second.
Okay.
Is it called 07?
Yeah.
Okay, found it. Got it. And now if I get link.
So it doesn't have any like alpha, it's a full screen, but it has like the names of the baseball players, all the text fields you can change. So this would be like a good example of like, look, we can bring in a Photoshop file and then you could easily change the Photoshop files within vector. Oh, that didn't come in right.
Yeah, it worked. It worked. See in the lower left-hand corner, we now.
Yeah, but like the cropping somehow got.
Do I have it cropped? Let's see.
It like something didn't translate. Like you see on the original, like it's like the 3 guys, and also like they're black and white, which is weird. But I mean, this will get. So
this extra tab shows up, title presets. So let's go ahead and put this in a keyer, buffer 2, and we'll fade that in. And now I could go to each one of these and type in.
Yeah, it's a wrong text, but that's fine. I think you just have to load that font.
Ah, gotcha. But
the cropping thing is weird. Like, you see how Shohei Ohtani's completely cropped out? Or like the layering is.
That is weird.
It's like,
oh, we can also adjust the layers and turn on and off things. So maybe. So like for example.
Oh, maybe the matte. Like, try turning the matte on. No. I mean, a graphic that we would get like wouldn't be this complicated, but maybe for our purposes, delete or unshow the Seth Brown field and the Joey Gallo, and we'll just make this a Shohei Ohtani thing. Like, can you just unshow that in layers?
Oh yeah.
That's a text.
Him. We'll leave him.
Yeah, well, Shohei's over everything. Left. Yeah, get rid of left and then get rid of right, and then just keep the middle.
Like that?
I think I'm behind. Oh, you're like, this is weird. It's like a freeze frame.
Did the YouTube slow down?
Yeah, maybe. Or not the YouTube, but the. There we go. Yeah. And then now you can say, oh, instead of 463, let's make that 500.
Okay, so first I'll save a preset like this.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like.
Oh, I screwed it up. I put it back by accident.
Oh, I see. So it's interpreting the layers as a preset.
Yes, you can do that. So I just got rid of.
Okay, here I can do this if you want, because I'm familiar with this. So
okay.
Here, yeah, we actually want that. I think we want that.
And this is really good for lower thirds.
This, yeah.
Where a little simpler maybe for demonstration purposes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is actually, this will be really slick. Okay, so and then you could save this as a preset?
Yes. If you click on presets, and then in the upper right-hand corner of box 1, there's a little picture of a camera. Click on that, and now you can make a Now, that's the layout, but for the data, we can change all the data and then save that on the data presets. There's 16 positions where you can have different data.
How do you get out of this?
On the upper right where it says presets in orange, click that again. Upper right, yeah. There you go.
Well, the thing that's powerful to me is this. So like, we're like, oh, now we can show like another one that's like 500, and then you could just.
If you click on presets again, and go down to data presets, and type in or click the camera, and name it 500 feet or something like that, because that's the only thing that's different. And now make it some other amount of feet and save that as a different preset.
Mm-hmm.
And rename it so that you know what it is. And now, if you click close on all of this, and now in the buffer itself, here, let me drive for just a moment.
Yeah.
So this little A in the bottom left-hand corner. So now.
You just switch.
Yeah, so if you watch what's in program.
Yeah.
500.
Yeah, cool.
400.
Oh, I forgot to take out the feet, but that's fine. I mean, I think
And this is a single buffer entry.
You're right. I mean, I think that the most powerful thing about this is you're right. It's a lower third. So graphics gives us one lower third with the template that they have, and then I just can go in and change the name.
Yep.
In the layer. So that's pretty cool.
All these in macros to make it easy.
Yeah. So you could call like a Shohei or a Joey Gallo or a 400 and 500 in this case. Cool. I think that answers that question. I'm gonna ask again. I don't really kind of understand the preload thing, but I mean, I think this is more powerful anyways, because again, we get all of our graphics from our graphics department.
Quick question for you. Do you have any free time tomorrow to go over this a little bit more? Only because I have to go in 20 minutes.
Yeah, no problem.
Just in case we don't hit everything, I want to make sure we're not scrambling.
Yeah, you should. I mean, if I forgot that you're on East Coast time. So if you have, I mean, I'm pretty free. Like I'm just doing an edit tomorrow, and I can stop down anytime. So you let me know what time, and then I think, I mean, I think we really only have the 8 box, and then maybe we should just tighten up, like.
Yeah, maybe
just
tomorrow,
go over everything and then go over run a show. I mean, I'd say like an hour, maybe hour and a half.
How about tomorrow same time at 12:30 your time?
Let me just double check. I have no meetings at that time, but that should be fine. Now I have to check my kids' calendar.
Yeah, that's what I have to do. I have to drive my daughter to a soccer game in 20 minutes.
Oh, nice. Wow, it's a late for a soccer game.
It's a summer league thing.
Oh, cool. Oh, she must be good.
Well, she's dedicated.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, she's entering high school. And
awesome.
The coach, she's going to be a freshman in high school, and the coach of the high school team runs a summer league in our state. And so he highly encourages incoming freshmen to do this summer league. So he gets to know them and they get to know him, and they work as a team, even though it's all girls who are entering high school working together before high school starts. So
they already have chemistry, and they're already kind of a step ahead. That's genius.
And most of the girls know each other anyway, because my daughter's on a travel team with all of these girls. But travel ends at the end of 8th grade. Travel is done, and now she'll be in high school, so she'll be on the high school team.
That's perfect. So it's a good transition.
It's a good transition. She's guaranteed to make the team because she'll have a rapport with the coach.
Yeah.
And it's just that it's a half an hour away because it's like
Where do you live?
I live in New Jersey, in a town near Edison, New Jersey, about 20 miles south of Newark Airport.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I've been there. Yeah, my son's 7, and soccer is his favorite sport right now. So he's like really into soccer, but nowhere near where the levels of and games of what your daughter is playing.
She's 14, so there's a higher expectation on.
He's still playing amoeba ball.
All right. So
okay, cool. Yeah, tomorrow works. Yeah, just send me
tomorrow, same time?
Yeah, send me the invite or the meeting invite.
Yep, on its way now, actually.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good place to stop down because you can.
So tomorrow I will have ready, before we start, the 8 box, and I think I even made a 12 box just to show off.
Oh, wow.
And we'll take it from there.
Okay, cool. And I'll try to get with Brian before that and just kind of tell him what we did and ask him if there's any outstanding things or any of those questions that we had. So I think we're in a really good spot, though. I was expecting to be way farther behind. So this is great. Thanks so much, Dave.
Oh, it's my pleasure, and glad that this is all gelling and coming together. So we'll pick it up tomorrow, same time, and we'll do like you said, run a show.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Dave.
All right. See you tomorrow.
All right. See ya.